If you're planning to make a move this summer in Kitchener, Waterloo, or Cambridge, this might be the most important market update you will watch. Because right now, homes are taking longer to sell, prices have softened, but buyers, on the other hand, actually have less options. And let's understand how is this even possible. And the real question is this a right time for you to make a move? So let's see what happened in the month of March and how this number would roll up in the summer. So if you see over here, home sales were up. So sales are up. So that's a good thing for sellers out there. There were 492 homes sold in the month of March. That is 5.4% increase compared to last March, that is of 2025. And out of that 492 homes, if we see over here, more than 300 homes were single detached family home, and 79 were townhomes, 67 condo properties, and rest is semi-detached. Now, other very important piece of data over here is the average price point. So we are down in average price point, that is 733 $252, and that is down by 4.4%. The next in this, now this is something not very typical. New listing data is down by 11.2%, and that's where the buyer does not have more options out there. So let's say if there are 10% less home coming into the market, then of course buyer will not have more options. But on the other end, the price is not increasing at the same time. So that's a good thing for buyers out there. And the number over here mentioned is the new listing. These are all the brand new listings. Now we will have much more listings. So buyer eventually on the ground level will have more options, but they might have already seen those listings last year or earlier this year, which was delisted, now back on the market kind of listings. The other important factor is the days on market, that is up. So that is 30 days as of right now. That is an increase of 11.1%. So again, for sellers out there, make sure this is the average days in the market. So be prepared to have your home on the market for a longer period of time compared to last year. Now, in terms of average price point, if we dissect by kind of categories like a single family townhome, condo, semi-detached, no, this is the number what looks like. And if you see in all the category, it's declining year over year. So if you see from 2024 to 2026, in this graph, it's declining. Single family, right now, it's sitting at $858,000, whereas back in 2024, it's $951,000. So that's a good decline to it. Townhome, again, sitting at $569,000. Back in 2024, that is last to last year, it was $666,000. Same thing, all the category on a declining path as of right now. And this is something what I am expecting this year is that we will not see any increase in terms of prices. We might see a little bit of decline in prices depending on the category, how your house shows, and various other factors, but nothing might be going up this year. So if you're a seller out there and thinking we might sell sometime in summer because we might have more traction, but at the same time, more listings will out there as well. So in terms of price point, it will be very flat or even declining here. This is what I'm expecting. And if we talk about the monthly supply, so the average monthly supply goes down, that is at 2.9 months. So moving towards the seller's market. And the only thing in this that is messing up with the average is the condo numbers out there. That is at 7.2 months of inventory. The rest, everything seems pretty much in a balanced or in a seller's market as of right now. And when you're looking for the prices, the other thing is like what is the average price in the region? Then what are the average price in terms of the segment? Means detached property, townhouse, condo, semi-detached. And if you want to go a little bit deeper in that, try always look for the median price point. So these are what the median price point in the region as of right now. So single family, we are looking at $780,000, townhouse $575,000, condo sitting at $370,000, semi-detached 625, and the blended the average is $685,000, and that is median price point, not the average price point. And again, if you want to go a little bit deeper into that, which if you have a plan to buy or sell this year, you should sit down with your realtor. If you don't have any realtor, I would happy to represent you. You can reach out to me, book a one-on-one call with me, but sit down with them, and see what kind of home are you planning to buy or what kind of home you currently have, and dig a little bit deeper into that and what is happening in that particular niche or that particular segment, which will give you a good clarity what is going to happen in this year, or maybe what is happening in the last year or in this couple of months of this year as well. Now, if you're thinking of selling this summer, then listen this carefully. Prices is everything right now. You can't price based on what your neighbors sold or what your neighbor got back in 2022. And this is something as a seller you need to understand which kind of market you are in. If you're in a declining market, if you're pricing at market, your house might not move. You have to price according to market. So let's say if there is a 30-day period when the house is planning to get sold, and if you're marketed this price point, it might not sell. So you have to consider the price gap. Let's say if it's a declining market, then you have to consider what will be the prices of that particular of your house maybe sometime in future or after 30 days, and price accordingly. Overpricing today means sitting on a market for 45 days or more, and we have ton of listing at that category which is not selling just because of the price point. And in a slower markets, buyers are picky. So make sure your house look really well. What I mean by that is like do staging, cleaning properly, minor upgrades, things like that. And there are no longer, and these are things are no longer options. They are expected in each and every listings. And be ready to negotiate because we are seeing homes sell below asking more often now. And this is something what buyer also looking for, like whatever its listing price they want to get 10, 30, 40k off from the listing price. It does not necessarily mean you are selling at below market value, but this is just a perception of a buyer, and because of the media that's the perception we have, like under listing, under sold kind of stuff. And the strategy is no longer like list high and wait. It's a price right and create the activity that you are looking for. And if you're a buyer, this is where things get interesting. You finally have leverage. You are not competing with 10 offers anymore. Even if you're competing with 10 offers, you have number of other options to go for, and you can negotiate on prices, condition, even the closing date as of right now. So that's a good thing. Back in 2022, you cannot negotiate of any of this thing. Most likely you have to go firm if you want to have that house. And take advantage on of days on market. When home sits longer, sellers get more flexible. So make sure you understand that as well. And here's the thing many buyers do is that don't wait forever. Like here's the mistake I am seeing in the market. Buyers are waiting for the perfect bottom, but the market don't work like that. By the time confidence comes back, prices moves first and very fast. So if you're planning to make a move this summer and want a clear strategy, let's sit down. First link in the description. We can create a custom plan according to based on your situation, budget, and timing. Just send me the message or click the link below. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you like and subscribe. And I also send out monthly market update and best deals in the region. Again, link in the description. Feel free to join that. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one.